one psalm a day. Psalm 5. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my God. For unto thee will I pray. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. For thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hattest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple. Lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. Destroy thou them, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions. For they have rebelled against thee. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. For thou, Lord, wilt bless the righteous. With favor wilt thou compass him as with a shield. This psalm is a morning prayer of David, beginning with a heartfelt cry for God's attention. It reveals an intimate relationship between a man and his Creator, marked by trust, reverence, and vulnerability. David doesn't simply speak words. He meditates, directs his thoughts, and yearns for divine guidance and justice. The opening lines reflect a soul seeking comfort in the early hours of the day. Morning, in the Hebrew tradition, symbolizes a new beginning, a chance to reset one's heart before the chaos of life invades. David starts his day with intentional prayer, a habit that sets the tone for peace and purpose. He acknowledges that God is holy and does not coexist with wickedness. This isn't just a declaration of divine morality, it's a comfort to the faithful. In a world full of lies, deceit, and injustice, God remains untouched, pure, and unwavering in his standards. His justice is not corrupted by popularity or power. The psalm contrasts two paths, one of the wicked and one of the righteous. Those who deceive, shed innocent blood, or rebel against truth cannot stand before God. This I and T, a threaded S, an assurance that evil has no ultimate power in God's presence. The false will fall by their own devices. David doesn't claim righteousness on his own. He enters God's house because of God's mercy, not personal merit. This is a beautiful reminder that we approach God not by being flawless, but by depending on His unending grace. Worship, then, becomes an act of humility and awe. The metaphor of God's straight path and the plea for guidance implies danger and confusion around. David recognizes that without divine direction, it's easy to be misled. He invites God to make the path visible not just for safety, but to walk in a way that pleases the Lord. Verses 9 and 10 describe the destructive nature of deceit. A throat compared to an open grave is a chilling metaphor. What should give life is instead a source of corruption. Flattery is exposed as manipulation, showing how truth and integrity matter deeply to God. Yet, even amidst enemies and darkness, the tone shifts. Trust in God brings joy, not fear. The faithful aren't just tolerated, they are defended, celebrated, and surrounded by divine favor. It's a promise of protection, like a shield close, strong and constantly present. This psalm teaches that joy comes not from circumstance, but from trust. To love God's name is to love His character, His presence, and His ways. And for those who do, there is deep gladness, even in storms, because God Himself is their refuge. Psalm 5 is more than a prayer, it's a spiritual strategy. Begin the day with focused trust, walk humbly in God's mercy, reject deceit, and embrace the joy that comes from living under divine protection. In every line, the message is clear. In a broken world, righteousness still has a defender.